Will, a 4-2 result in the end. What an afternoon's football that was.
Yeah, I think probably the old cliche game, two halves. In the first half, credit to Barnet, they played really well, and we probably, we were off it for large parts. But the gaffer was excellent at half time, didn't get too carried away, spoke about changing little things here and there, but at the end of the day, I think he trusted us to go out and deliver a much better performance, and we did that from the first minute.
What do you put that down to, that first half performance?
It just happens, I think there's nothing that you can sort of put your finger on. They played really, really well. I think it's probably a case of they couldn't play any better, we couldn't play much worse, to be fair. And I think it was just, sloppy decisions here and there. We probably had a lot more time on the ball than we thought. We spoke about going a tiny bit more direct in terms of, because we knew they'd come and press us, and we maybe took that a little bit too literally and went too long at times. We needed to get the ball down and relax a little bit, and that never quite came in the first half. But like I said, from the first minute in the second half, we were excellent.
Just at half time, then, you'd not played well, but you're still very much in the game at 0-0. You take that.
Yeah, 100%. We're probably lucky to go in at 0-0, but there was some brilliant defending going on and a few great saves at times, and that's what big teams need. And like you said, we look around the change room, you look at the guy next to you, and there's sound like Al Pacino there. We've got some great players and great quality in this squad, so I think we showed our ruthlessness up until the 85th minute to be 3-4-0 up, and then we maybe could have made it 6 or 7 before they scored, but the second half performance is really good.
Can you quite believe you're saying that it could have been 6 or 7 against a team that's second in the league?
No, well, yes, actually. Sorry, I take that back. Yeah, because like I said, we've got so much quality in this squad, players that have played at much higher levels, and I think the way we're playing as a team at the moment, we look like we're on the same hymn sheet and everyone's working really hard. I think our work rate probably summed us up rather than anything else today. That second half, we outran them, we outfought them, and like I said, we were so clinical at times when we got in front of goal. So I think nothing sort of shocks us in terms of quality in this squad. It
was a whirlwind second half to watch. What was it like to be in the midst of?
It was brilliant, to be honest. The atmosphere was incredible, and like you said, when you go 3-4-0 up against a team that are right behind you, it's a great feeling. But yeah, like I said, the performance was really good, but then at the end of the day, it's just another game, just another 3 points. So, we were pleased at the end of the game, but it's nothing to get carried away with. It's just 3 points.
Is it fair to say that this side's got gears, though, in which you can shift into?
I think so, yeah. We'd like to get straight into 6th gear as soon as possible if we could, but we didn't quite manage to get out second in the first half, and that will happen. Like I said before, it shows a good side to go in at 0-0 when you haven't been at the races against a really good side. But yeah, I think when we knock it up a little bit, and it's not necessarily anything crazy. The gaffer talks all week about getting the ball wide, moving the ball, dangerous areas, and breaking lines. Not necessarily for me. I just stand in the box, get on the end of crosses. But I think when we do that, we're a really good side. Sometimes teams, don't allow you to do that straight away. We have to sort of play the game, work hard, win the battles, and then the game will open up. And I think sometimes that takes you 20-30 minutes, but today it took us slightly longer. But I think the second half, when you see us do that, we're a good side.
It's all about earning that right, isn't it, really?
Yeah, like you said, that's when you leave the dressing room every game, you've got to earn the right to play, no matter how good your team is. This is not an easy league at all. Some really, really top sides, and no one gives you points at all. So yeah, every game you have to earn the right, and that first half we had to dig in and ride the storm a little bit before we managed to get the ball down.
Talk to us about your goal, in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. I scored one from the outside of the box, left foot the other day, but yeah, I think that's more me. I think won't be seeing many more of those. So yeah, that was more me. Great bit of play from Dobbs. I think I actually counter-pressed in the box, won it, gave it to him, and then he's had a shot saved. And yeah, a little 2-yard tapping. They're the ones that I like to get on the score sheet with.
How many now? Is that 10 for the season? How many are you looking for?
I've never ever set targets, unfortunately. So yeah, 10 like you said. I probably should have ticked that off a couple of weeks ago, but no, it's nice to get there. And yeah, I just take every game as it comes. I sound like a gaffer. He's probably put that in me. I'll just keep ticking goals off and see where we get to.
The quality off the bench that you've got as well, and such clinical nature, calm finishes.
Yeah, I think that comes with the quality and the work we do in training, with everyday finishing. Gary and Webby, and Paddy finishing non-stop, and yeah, really clinical. I think, like I said, it shows the quality. They look potentially like easy finishes from the stand, but when you've got a little bit of time, and I think Cracker's one especially, you've got a little bit of time, and he's managed to set himself, and obviously Grigg's back. He's worked so hard to get back from his injuries so quickly. I think if that's anyone else, they've probably been out for 2 or 3 weeks. So to see him back and get on the score sheet was excellent.
The promotion-winning teams in which you've been part of previously, how similar or different is this one?
It's tough because obviously different levels, but in terms of the boys and the group as a whole are excellent. I think good teams bring out performances like today. When you're not on it, when you're not on your day, you've got to find a way. And I think we certainly did that today. I think obviously being 4-0 up slightly changes that, but I think just the quality, the togetherness, we're as a group. I think we've spoken about before, boys that aren't necessarily in the squad today that will come and start in the next couple of games, and that is massive throughout. I think the 5 promotions I've had, and every single group has been excellent off the pitch as well as on the pitch, and we've certainly managed to do that. We've managed to build that, and that's credit to the staff and everyone at the club.